Welcome to 6 Feet 2 Inches vlog. So we are continuing the motivation theories lecture. This is lecture number 2 and there will be lecture number 3 as well. Since this chapter is long, so I'm making parts of it. If you haven't seen the first lecture, then please go through it before going to the second lecture. And today we are going to study about the relation between hunger and motivation. Okay, so I guess there's no one who doesn't know what hunger is. Like we all experience it, right? So sometimes what happens is we tend to eat even when we are not hungry, or we don't eat when we are hungry. So why does this happen? What is the role of motivation? So we are going to cover the following points in this lecture. The first is signals from the body, role of the brain, human obesity, set point theory, and the relation between stress and obesity. Okay, so we are going to study the signals from the body. And earlier researchers used to think that stomach pangs or contractions which happens in our stomach causes hunger experience. So earlier there was one experiment carried out by Washburn and Cannon. Washburn had swallowed a balloon which was specially designed to rest in his stomach. Okay, so his partner Cannon looked on, like whenever the balloon contracted or suppressed. For that, the Cannon was observing. So whenever Washburn's stomach contracted, the balloon compressed. This investigators found that contraction of the stomach were closely related to Washburn's reports of hunger. However, the present, like further researchers who studied this failed to report or support this Washburn's theory, and they learned that stomach was not only important for signaling hunger, like there were also other important aspects. For example, they cut down the nerves in rat's stomach, which was connected to the brain, and they found out the rat still felt hunger. So so there are also other aspects which we are going to learn, but it's important for you to know that earlier the researchers Cannon and Washburn carried out the experiment related to hunger. Okay, so we have seen how the stomach pangs experiment were closely related, but researchers failed to support it. But there are also other aspects which plays important role or motivation in hunger. So first is CCK hormone, which is brain signaling system, that is body to brain signaling system, and CCK is called as cholecystokinin hormone. So that's the short form of like cholecystokinin, CCK. Okay, so CCK is released the moment food enters our mouth and our digestive system. So CCK, the role of CCK is stop eating signal to brain. It sends a stop eating, the feeling of fullness, like we are full now after eating. So research has also found, and research has also supported this theory, that if they observe that if the obese men were given CCK, then the food intake or food consumption in obese men had reduced. So just like the CCK is acting as a stop eating signal for the brain, I mean, it's the intake of food is reducing due to CCK. In a similar way, blood sugar or glucose level also plays important role in determining your hunger level. Okay, so your whenever your blood sugar drops, you feel hunger. So it's important to note down this point. Okay, so now we are going to study the role of the brain related to hunger. So earlier the hypothalamus was considered and it does play role in the hunger. So hypothalamus consists of number of small areas, and initially two important identified areas of hypothalamus in eating were first lateral hypothalamus or LH and second ventromedial hypothalamus, that is VMH. So it was found that if there is damage to the LH, that is lateral hypothalamus, then the person does not feel hunger at all, and the person does not eat at all. Or this experiment was first conducted on rats, and it has been confirmed on humans as well. So LH, you can note down and star it. So LH is a start eating center, which makes you feel hungry and then you start eating. And VMH, which is ventromedial hypothalamus, is a stop eating center, or which gives you the feeling of fullness of eating, that no, I don't want to eat anymore. So it has been observed that the damage to VMH or ventromedial hypothalamus results in rat not like stopping to eat the consumption of food. They continue to consume the food even if they are full, because their VMH has been damaged. So LH is for start eating center and VMH is for stop eating center. Okay, so we are going to study human obesity and set point theory. So what is set point? Like if you like set any degree in your AC, suppose take for example 30 degrees, the AC will do whatever it is necessary to maintain that temperature in your room, right? So similar way, our body also has the set point. For example, if a person has 100 kilograms of set point as his or her set point, then it means that the body will try to maintain that weight of the person. So, for example, if you are an active person and your set point is 100 kilograms, then you will tend to consume more food to maintain this weight. But if you are not in active, if you're inactive, then your food intake will be like little to maintain the set point, because it's obvious, right? If you're not working and your set point is 100 kgs and you're already 100 kgs, then you will be like you won't need any food intake to maintain that set point. So the thing is, there is a thing called fat cells, which plays a role in determining obesity. So the greater the number of fat cells are in the body, the higher the set points and the more the person will weigh. Okay, so if someone wants to lose their weight, uh, you must have observed that people go on diet. Sometimes they starve or keep themselves hungry, and when they start eating, it's like the weight will fall back to the normal again. For example, if the person is 100 kgs and he's dieting, after few days, if he starts eating again, he will get back to 100 kgs again. Why does this happen? This is because of the concept called fat cells. Okay, so the important thing in losing the weight is lowering the set points of your body, and the diet is not the right way. Which I mean, like, diet, you take it in two different ways. Diet means healthy consumption of food, or second, starving yourself. Starving yourself is not a diet you should do if you want to lose weight. So for losing the weight, you have to lower the set point of your body through exercise. In this way, your set points is reduced, and even your fat cells are reduced, and this way you can control your weight. Okay, so we are now going to study stress and obesity. So stress, you know that it is a state that occurs when an organism is faced with any threatening stimuli that is difficult to cope with. Okay, so there was this experiment called psychophysiology of thought, which was carried out by Slokover, and you do know the name of the experiment and experimenter. So in it, he observed that the people who experience lot of stress tend to eat lot of food. So he carried out this experiment on two groups, the normal group and the second group. There were two groups, and each subject heard clicks over a loudspeaker and was told that the clicks precisely mimicked his or her heartbeat. And the researcher induced stress in these subjects by increasing the rate of the clicks, which subjects thought indicated that their hearts were beating rapidly, which means obvious. If the heart is beating rapidly, remember the biopsychology lecture, sympathetic nervous system, it means that you are under stress. So the subjects thought that they are under stress, and since they thought they are under stress, there were like cashew nuts kept in front of them. And Slockover, which is a experimenter, he observed that the more the clicks were, I mean, the more the subject thought their heart is racing, the more the person consumed those cashew nuts. And the opposite was the case in the subjects who clicked the loudspeaker like less often, like who heard the clicks on loudspeaker less often. They thought their heartbeats are like in a normal state, so they did not consume the cashew nuts like like the way the first group did. So this showed that stress also plays important factor in eating and obesity. So whenever you are under stress, notice how your eating pattern is. And also, I would say that I'm not sure about the further research. Like sometimes also the opposite effect can be seen. Like some people do overeat when they are under stress, and some people do not overeat when they are under stress. So do remember this point, but also do remember this experiment which was done, and it's important to know the name and experiment name. Okay, so we are going to do the concept check now. Okay, so the first question is, what is set point? A. Body set point. B. Related to hunger and fat cells. C. Set point is a given specific weight of your body according to which your body tries to maintain that point. And D. Motivation theory. Pause the video, take your time, then go to the next slide to know the. Okay, so the answer is C. The set point is a given specific weight of your body according to which your body tries to maintain that point. For example, if you're 80 kgs, so your body will try to maintain that. If you're 50 kgs, your body will try to maintain that. Okay, so the second question is you have to select the correct from the following options. A is VH, that is ventromedial hypothalamus. Start eating. VMH, stop eating. Glucose drop, hunger, or D, all of the above. Pause the video and then go to the next slide. Okay, so the answer is all of the above. I hope you got it right. And we will continue the lectures of motivation theories. In the third lecture, I would be like taking other theories as well of motivation. So just revise all the theories of emotion as well as motivation. And after the completion of this motivation, we will be conducting MCQs. Thank you. Okay, so thanks for watching. Do subscribe and share the video with your friends, and stay tuned for more upcoming conceptual videos related to NET, JRF, set psychology, and for MCQs, which will be uploaded once a week.